Alright guys, Kremp again today. Hope you're doing well and enjoying your day so far. There's been lots of talk going into the Christmas break as to who is the best team in the game right now. Could it actually be the Carolina Royal Ravens? Where do OpTic sit in the matter? But also, where are Atlanta FaZe? Shotzzy gave his thoughts a few days ago. Who are the best teams in the game? His perspective may be different now based on some of the results we saw over the last few days, and especially where Atlanta FaZe potentially sit in the discussion. Is it fair to have FaZe as low as Nameless does in his current power rankings? Based on the results so far, you couldn't necessarily disagree so much. Very much intrigued to your thoughts in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoy. Subscribe if you're new as always. I'd greatly appreciate it. First of all, I mean, look, hackers are back at it again. It's unfortunate to see that there's some big tournaments happening with these guys still doing stuff like this. Now, this isn't technically cheating from Simp, but it is nonetheless an interesting spot. I think I've seen a couple of people maybe play around with this. I think I saw Hook in this spot actually, but maybe I'm wrong on that. But the remarkable thing about this is with the Omni movement, if you get into this spot, like typically in COD, if you get into these type of spots, you'd get prone blocked, right? So you wouldn't be able to do anything else. You'd just be stuck there. You wouldn't be able to aim or anything. But the way the Omni movement works, you get into this spot, you can do as you please, right? You can spin around on your back, basically. And okay, Simp goes down. And it's not like you're impossible to see and to shoot here, but it is definitely a spot. Now, what do you guys think about this as a viable option? Because this seems to be like a bit of a pixel walk, right? Like, what is he actually, is there a ledge here that he's landing on, or is he landing on a pixel? Now, I'm not, as I said yesterday, I'm not sure what the CDL rules say anymore. They used to say that any of these exploiting spots were not allowed to be used. But of course, Priestahh would argue, well, you're landing on some sort of ledge that's coded into the game, so how do you know if that's an intended spot or not? And that, of course, was, you know, the famous argument that Priestahh made way back in Black Ops 3, which, to be fair, is still a fair and interesting argument. It's like, well, you know, if I'm a pro player and I use this spot, how do I know? The reality is, you've got to talk to the league about it and you say, hey, is this spot legal? Can I use this spot? And they'll presumably give you an answer because, sure, are you like on a pixel walk? Is this an exploit? I mean, it's a pretty good spot, but it's not like a crazy overpowered spot. It's just an angle that you've got to check coming into the downstairs part of protocol that, you know, maybe another angle that you've got to clear. And obviously, you're pretty exposed to multiple angles as well. So, yeah, maybe you'll see pros use this. If somebody does use this and the CDL decide that it's not allowed, don't know what that's going to mean. Dashy, of course, heading back, it seems, to Toronto for Christmas, and he says, like, one last look at his new GT3, and Illy's like, look, do not show up to Toronto with that, bro. It's not going to last particularly long. There was also this video that was going around here with Dashy's form. I think, what was it? Was it, like, Pred, maybe? Who, there was some videos anyway of Pred and Shotzzy shooting some hoops, and it wasn't necessarily going to plan. But, like, Dashy's been throwing in scrims over the last few days. I think he is the most entertaining AR to watch in the game right now, in my opinion. Obviously, you can never really overlook Scrappy too much, but yeah, Dashy is nice at this game. I think whenever you see someone shoot down a Hellstorm missile, this was always, when this like was first a thing, to be fair, this has been a thing since Black Ops 2, really, when Hellstorms were actually quite big and easy to shoot out of the sky. But whenever you see a pro do it, it's like, oh my god, wow, that's pretty immense. And in Black Ops 3, it was also a thing, you know, Formal would look up to the sky and shoot the Hellstorm missile straight out of the sky sometimes, and it's possible in this game as well. I mean, you know, Dashy hears it coming in and he just shuts it down straight out of the sky. So, yeah, I mean, it's not impossible to do, but it's just pretty impressive, especially because you're not going to get an aim assist on someone like that. And, yeah, Dashy's disgusting at this game. Obviously, the Omni movement is working out in his favour as well right now. And I think Dashy and Shotzzy as a duo, I mean, there's not many other duos that can come close to that in the league right now. The only one, really, is Scrap and HyDra, I would say. Obviously, you can't to particularly overlook FaZe, but you know, right now maybe you could, given the way that they've started the season, 1 in 3, their only win against Falcons. I mean, had they played a team that wasn't Falcons, they even lost a map to Falcons. Falcons have won 2 maps this season. They won a Search and Destroy on Skyline earlier on, which is considered by many to be the worst map in the game, one of the more uncompetitive maps in the game. And look, to be fair to FaZe, they slammed Falcons on the other maps they played them in, so like it's not like they played bad COD. They were looking pretty impressive, but they did lose a map to Falcons, and you know, Falcons have only won 2 maps so far in all the matches that they've played. So just as that Ravens versus FaZe series was getting underway last weekend, Shotzzy was talking about his top 5 teams in the game right now. And, well, his perspective was kind of interesting. He actually gives Gentle makes a bit of credit. Of course, he puts FaZe in the conversation too, and this is largely based on their practice. But of course, after this series, when FaZe got 3-0'd by the Ravens, and then we saw the result with the Falcons a couple of days later, that may have changed the perception to some degree. FaZe are expected to be, this season, as they have been for the last 5 years in a row, the #1 team in the regular season standings. That is not impossible right now by any means, but it's certainly looking relatively unlikely with the way that they've started the year. To be fair, Simp says, well, you know, their practice just isn't translating, as in their practice is good, but it's not translating properly into their actual competitive matches when the CDL comes back around. But, you know, how many times have we heard this from teams? Oh, our scrims are good, but it's not translating. It's like, I'm not saying your scrims aren't good, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day. The scrims don't matter if you can't perform like that in a real game. It's not like FaZe can't. Like, obviously, we know what that team of 4 can do. And sometimes last season, they looked like the best version of FaZe that we'd ever seen. But did they get any results from it? Not really. So I'll share these couple of clips, then we'll talk about Nameless's tier list.
Wait, Dashy has a trophy and you don't?
I don't have the trophy? Yo,
No.
nah. Hold up. Wait a minute. Bro, they put, nah, dude, that's fucking fake. Yo, nah, bro, I won that champion. I won that shit too, dude. What?
Wait, they literally have a trophy for Brandon. That's insane.
Yo, they have a trophy for me. Is that not insane?
Oh yeah, that's weird.
Why my shit looks mid, bro? What?
They did you dirty, twin.
Jealous, bro. Brandon's the only
Oh
one
my
with the
God, my
trophy. I don't have the
trainer.
trophy, chat.
I'm done guessing. Why am I getting free gas?
So who's top 5 right now? Thieves, FaZe, Thieves, FaZe, us.
Thieves,
FaZe,
us.
Is Cloud9? Toronto?
Boston. Literally, Cloud9 is fourth. Oh, no, my bad.
Toronto,
Yeah.
Cloud9, and LAG. Would you say that's like the top 6?
Yeah,
in
100%.
any order?
Yeah, literally.
So these are the rankings here that Nameless puts together of the teams right now. Falcons in the D tier, that's fair enough. C tier, he's gone for Cloud9 and Surge, which is, interesting to me, because Surge and Cloud9, their results so far are not necessarily terrible. In fact, Cloud9, since they sorted the server problems, they have looked a little bit better. But I think this tier list does go to show how difficult it actually is to differentiate these teams. Falcons are clear-cut number 12, but apart from that, I mean, who do you have at 11th? I think many of us before the season would have said, well, maybe Boston, maybe Rocker, and, you know, I think Rocker could still qualify, but for the 11th best team, sorry, but they've started okay, they're 2-2, they've shown some promise in like every series they've played, and, you know, they've got some upside on the team. Gentle made to 0-4, but in the last couple of series they played, they were very competitive with both OpTic and Thieves. They lost both series, but it was very close. So I do think that putting them B tier right now is probably fair. I think Nameless has done this based on like how strong they are right now, as in based on what we saw last weekend. If there was a tournament today, what would be the results that we would expect to see? Heretics he's got in the B tier as well. I mean, look, in terms of respawn play, they're B if not A tier. Unfortunately, they're F tier in search and destroy. So for that reason, I probably would have them in the C tier here rather than the B tier. But you know, that could change rather quickly. And you might expect their search and destroy to get a little bit better. Surge, I think, are okay. I think they're probably better than where Nameless has them. But at the same time, they just don't have the upside maybe that some of these other teams do. That's my opinion. Him putting Boston in the A tier though is kind of crazy. I do get it, the way they've played right now. They look pretty good. But I don't know. Boston in the A tier, the same as the Ravens, I'm not sure fully checks out to me, but maybe I'm just, you know, not seeing the vision with this Boston team. We know that Nameless is a big Wake fan, for example, and he's been looking good so far. But of course, a couple of notable things on this, in addition to what we've just mentioned, FaZe in the B tier. They're 1-3 right now. They've looked, I mean, look, they played Thieves very, very competitively. They nearly reverse swept them. But to be fair, Thieves completely slammed them, really, the first couple of maps of the series. Then they took their foot off the gas a bit, I'd say, game 3. FaZe brought it back, and yeah, they played well to bring it back. They won the rewind, very close map, and then they lost the game 5 anyway. But I think on some level, that result even flattered FaZe a little bit, the way that they closed out the series. And it's not like Thieves played incredibly well against everyone they've played either. You know, they've been pushed tight by a number of different teams. So yeah, FaZe in the B tier is something that I never thought I'd see. But at this present moment, you know, you can't say that you can't absolutely justify it, because I think you probably can. Now, what's interesting to me is what's happening in the S and the A tier, because Ravens have not played the best teams yet. Like they've played the Falcons, I think. They've played the Gentlemates guys. They've of course played FaZe, and they've played Cloud9, I think. Are those the 4 games they've played? Something like that anyway. So they've not played in Nameless's eyes the big 3, and in terms of what he's got here. So that would be the question when Ravens play those teams, how good are they actually going to be? I think, yeah, fair enough. Yes, Ravens are 4-0. They've started so well, 3-0ing FaZe in the way that they did. Is that enough to say they're S tier? I mean, based on the logic that Nameless is using here, I'd say probably yes right now. But I do understand what he's saying about those other teams being better. Thieves are certainly up there. OpTic are certainly in the conversation. Of course, Toronto have also started well to the season as well. But I would say, honestly, Toronto have not looked as good as Ravens have, in my opinion, right now. And I'd love to see those 2 teams play each other. I would say if Ravens played OpTic in a series, I'd expect OpTic to win. I just think their matchup works well for OpTic in that particular series. I'm not sure what would happen, Ravens versus Thieves, Ravens versus Toronto. I mean, hopefully we get some of those answers at Minor 1 at the start of January. But very much interested in your thoughts on where you'd put these teams in the comments section below. Just one final couple of just sensational clips, let's just put it that way, to close out the video with. I don't even know what game this is, to be honest, that BenJ's playing here, but he goes down, he's not happy about it, and he absolutely slams the headset. This is a qualified BenJ moment, and it's given us one of the best edits of JoeDeceives in recent times. We're very much interested in your thoughts on all of this stuff in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, take care, and I'll see you next time.
I'm just doubling time with you, lucky. What's your right there? What's your close left?
In the back. Cutty corner. Get time.
Got it. Let's go. Oh my fucking god, Brandon. I'm literally hiding now.
He's dead too. Another one going mid lob.
I love it.
Mid lob right now.
What's your back door, maybe? Down. Hey, stop, you jump on mid fast.
Jump that mid.
Oh, you got Abram.
He's in He's towards bomb. In pool.
Alright.
Nice.
Good shit. Good shit, boys. Really good.
I come with that car.
You fuck with that cock? I'm gonna this move, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, these guys, no one can fuck with me. It's fucking insane. It's kind of Priestahh. Priestahh, right corner.
One guy's top left.
Give me 2.
One guy was top left. Stairs.
Other P2. Almost P2 too. Kismet.
I know. He's probably low A. He's probably down A.
Almost down low dubs.
Alright, I'm gonna go for it.
Wait, at least use one shot.
I won.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm gonna get down with it.
Get play fast, so watch out.
I know. He might be fast, bro. Look, just bait me.
I have her back.
Alright, I'm gonna pick a Spiral right away.
Backside. Color.
He's already Spiral. I need help. Is he in?
No. He's not.
Fucking hell. Good shit.
Oh, it's tough to get these down low.
Yep.
I get the kill on the Priestahh so fast. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god! The fucking shit, girl. They can get it. Kyler right here, baby. Good shit, baby. Fucking shit, baby.
I'm the fucking big ice.
Bro, yeah, I like that. That's a Val off you right there on him. That was, bro. That just gave me some dope.
They can go that deep. That's it.
Yo, pinch.
Nice. Let's go here. Let's above you. He went down the stairs.
Absolute. My bad. He's one shot. You got this.
You got this. Yeah, it's now down to the ARs. It's a Priestahh. They stay alive, or it's Dashy for the map.
Nice!
Let's go, Brandon. If I lose that, then just take the Porsche away.
Alright. Now the car, come on.
Yeah.
Go to the fucking car.
We gotta go outside, guys. Everybody, no interview.
I'm the big ice, man. Come on.